There would have been a time when I said I was just prone to burnout and imposter syndrome, but I don't think that's necessarily true. I think that I've just been prone to sticking to old habits while dreaming of a version of me that is completely different. And after a year of running in place, I'm ready to change that. Hi, hello, how are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day. My name is maddibluhme and I'm a multi-genre author. And if you are new here, welcome. I'm glad you're here. And I post about my writing journey, writing craft, and the occasional yap session. And if you are not new here, thank you so much for coming back. It means the world to me. Last week, I challenged myself to write 10,000 words in a single weekend. And while I think a good challenge every once in a while is healthy, I know that that kind of output is not sustainable for me. And I really want to find what is sustainable. If you've watched my channel for a while, then you know I have talked about burnout in the past. And after my year of, I don't even know what 2025 was. It was certainly a year of lessons and a lot of serious reflection. And I think that I've definitely pinpointed a few reasons for this recurring cycle of creative energy and then burnout and imposter syndrome. And it just feels like a crash and burn. I definitely think that a big contributor to my imposter syndrome is perfectionism and a little bit of jealousy. If I'm being honest, because that was one of my goals for this year, was to be more authentic online, even though it's hard. But I think the thing about being in community with people who do the same thing as you is it is very easy to fall into this space where you are just feeling so much joy and so much jealousy at the same time for everyone around you. And I don't really like feeling that way. Like, I like feeling joy. Yes, I don't want to be jealous and I don't want to be holding myself back because of these impossibly high standards I set for myself that there's just no way to hold yourself to that, you know? It's very exhausting. And at the same time, I don't want to treat them as evil. I think seeing them as this incredibly negative thing is one of the things that keeps me in burnout and keeps those feelings like sticking onto you and clinging, and then it's really hard to climb out of it, if that makes sense. In my day job work, one of my clients had mentioned that emotions aren't inherently good or bad, they just are. And what they are doing is telling you something that you need to hear. And it's up to you how to process and move forward. So, what those feelings I've been feeling are telling me is that I'm not doing what I need to do every day to be the person that is hitting those milestones that I really want to hit. And like I said in my last vlog, this is my year of the cicada, where I'm in the ground just preparing to tunnel my way out in 2027 and shout and yell about all the projects that I've been working on, and I'm ready for people to read and enjoy. So this year for me is really about learning to romanticize the process and enjoy the process of becoming that idealized version of myself, while also understanding that that person doesn't really exist. I'm always in the process of doing and becoming, and there's no finish line, which is really, really annoying for someone like me who wants to have an end goal and then it be end. So it's a learning process. That's what this year is about, is learning. So today's Sunday. I'm going to do a Sunday reset, journal, and plan my week around the different creative projects I have to do. Like, I have a YouTube video to edit and post, regular house chores, and my writing and reading goals. In the future, I definitely want to play around with experimenting whether a morning routine is more productive for me or an evening routine with writing and stuff. But this week is just about the doing, and we will build on that in future vlogs. happy Tuesday. My week of preventing procrastination, while it has just started, I think is going well. On Sunday during my reset, I decided that I wanted to do 7 half-hour writing sprints over the course of the week. I wanted to read every day and get some movement in and make sure I'm drinking water. I did not write yesterday, which I knew I probably wouldn't because Monday is a big video editing day for me, so I can get my videos out on Thursday. And then I also went grocery shopping and did some meal prep for breakfast, which I'm about to eat. I'm going to make a latte, and then I'm going to do some yoga before work. After work today, I need to finish editing my video. I have a book club meeting, and then I'm going to write. Hello, my friends. It's Tuesday evening. I am done with work. I ate. I took a shower, blow dried my hair. So now I am ready for the second half of my day. On the to-do list is to finish editing my video so I can get that uploaded and get Ko-Fi members early access. And then number 2, I want to get at least 1 writing sprint in. I should do some reading for another YouTube video that I'm working on, but honestly, the book is just so bad. So I want to do my writing first before I read that. I know it's still really close to the beginning of the week, but I am really proud of how this week has been going. It's been a really strong start. And sometimes I notice that in the past, when I have said I'm going to do something, I really like to self-sabotage, like right in the beginning. It's a very annoying habit, but it's something that is being worked on. And look at us now, off to a strong start. It does also help that I'm back on meds and life is good again. Well, not that it wasn't good. It was just a lot harder. And things feel more manageable and accomplishable now. So I highly recommend, if you need them, to have meds and remember to take them every day so they can actually help. But I just wanted to do a quick check-in, but we are burning daylight. Well, it's actually already dark. We are burning nighttime hours, so let's get to work. Hello, are we okay with a poorly lit outro? It's Saturday evening. This is the last day of the first week of fighting imposter syndrome, and I have had a really good week in that sense. It's been a really hard week to be aware of current events, and I don't know if I have the words to talk about it at this point in time because it's very heavy. So I'm going to leave. I found a really comprehensive Reddit thread about ways to help out folks in Minnesota. So I'm going to leave that in the description if you have been looking for resources to get some help, even if you are states away like I am. It is the big snowstorm, and we haven't gotten a lot of snow where I am, but it is pretty chilly. But I'm really, really happy with how this week has gone in terms of writing, prioritizing what I want to be prioritizing, and being really reflective on what's working and what's not working. And something that I've changed this week that I have not done that I have not done weeks prior is I am putting free thought notes into my draft if I am getting stuck on something. In the past, I have let it eat away at me where I am just thinking about this one thing, whether it's big or a tiny detail, and I just get hung up on that one part and I just cannot move forward. Or I skip ahead to a new scene, but I don't have that one plotted out, and then it feels incomplete. So I am just writing whatever is coming up into my mind, why I'm stuck, what I would like to see happen, and the areas I know that I'm weak, like if it is the conflict in a certain scene. So I know exactly what I need to go back to when I look over this draft. And while, yes, that will impact the total word count, I tend to be an underwriter for zero and first drafts, anyways. So I think that it will still be a little short of the projected word count for the entire video, but I have hit my goals. I did 7 writing sprints. I have really been drinking more water, which is always so helpful, and getting movement in. So I am definitely 100% going to stick with these Sunday resets. I found it's very helpful to take some time to plan, know what you've got going on, know what you want to focus on, and yeah, that is all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.